I gotta give props. I gotta give props to these chicks. They're fucking slick. They're real fucking slick because they managed to take the red pill and MGTOW and all that shit and pivot it all into simpery. Talking about a real man is a provider. A real man is a provider. Buying Skags a bunch of crap. That's what they've managed to do. So now, you got dudes out here simping for OnlyFans girls. You got a bunch of dudes on here that 10 minutes ago were telling dudes, don't spend more than $40 to $50 on a date. And don't give them any money directly, that they need to pay for the full date, that they need to pay your bills and do all this shit. It's turned into total, not even simps, tricks, Johns for Skags. It's amazing. You got dudes talking from their whole chest, pulling the Derek Jackson grift. Once Derek Jackson went down, all the red pill dudes stepped in to try and pull an LL Cool J Derek Jackson grift. So now you got all these dudes promoting marriage. Again, most states are no fault. Thanks to Ronald Reagan, the same guy who brought you gun control. You got these dudes out here pushing this crap. Because like I said, the whole purpose of this red pill shit was to round up all the guys who think outside the box and tell them what they want to hear. Because like I said, when you listen to guys like Ron Wells and all that, and Cousin T-Taw and Tay Social, these guys are just telling dudes what they really need to know and what they want to really know, which is how to get laid. Men want to get laid, they want to have sex. All this other crap is BS. So when you listen to somebody like Ron Wells and you actually do what he says, and you actually apply that shit to your social life, you'll get what you want, which is pussy. And then you'll clear your mind, and then all the other shit comes after that. But see, they don't want you to hear that. They want you to hear some bullshit like these other dudes. That's why they're talking all this vague, weird shit and never talk about sex. They never talk about that. They talk about providing and going on a date and what to say and when to say it. They don't tell you how to lay the dick down. Because a lot of dudes think, if I just show up and we're fun, have a great time, she's not going to care. That shit matters, and if you don't know how to lay the dick, she's going to cheat on you. She's going to leave. And when you bring this up to these jacket dandies, they'll look at you like you're crazy. Because it's more than just sex. This is about love, and understand me. And no, it's about laying the dick. Laying the dick and having social skills and a good, solid temperament, making you be a person that women want to be around. But none of this shit matters if you're a fucking trick. If you're a trick, giving a random skag some money, pretending that you're deluding yourself into believing you're a provider, when in reality you're just giving her money because you want some sex. You're buying her a handbag because you want some sex. You're buying her a $300 dinner because you want some sex. And since you don't know how to get sex because you don't have the social skills, you've fallen for this trick mentality, and that's what this is. That's what all this is. And the government wanted this to happen. They wanted this to happen because they need dudes to give women money so that they can buy crap and put money into the economy. And it'll also keep them from voting with their dollar because they're too distracted from all the pent-up sex. So you don't get to look at social issues. That's why a lot of these black jacket dandies out here, they look at Joe Biden during his 4 years, they're like, oh, it's all good. Even though for regular people, the economy was shit. More black people were getting killed by the cops under Jim Crow Joe Biden than they were under Donald Trump. And a lot of black people died under Donald Trump, but more, like way more died under Jim Crow Joe Biden. And nobody pays attention to that because they're too concerned with sex and gender wars and all that. By the way, I put all the videos that got deleted from my banned substances. It's all on Rumble, so you can watch the gender war video over there. Anyway, but yeah, like I'm saying. So these guys, they're tricking harder than ever before. They're out here pushing this Derrick Jackson provider bullshit to these kids. So now kids are gonna grow up to be tricks and simps, and they're gonna do whatever these chicks tell them. You had 91% voter turnout for Jim Crow Joe Biden by black women, and blacks 82%. You got these guys on here trying to promote, oh man, we came out, we're the reason that Joe Biden lost or that Kamala Harris lost. No, you wanna know why Kamala Harris lost? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Jim Crow Joe Biden is so bad that all the white people who outnumber you way more than you ever imagined came out to vote for Donald Trump. Now, a couple black people here and there, like 20% or some shit, but that didn't make no difference. Every white person came out to vote. So many white people came out to vote that the entire country almost turned red. Most of California was red. Most of Pennsylvania was red. Most of Washington State was red. Had nothing to do with blacks. They showed you. You were not the secret majority. You really are 12%. All right? And I don't know what the fuck they thought Kamala Harris was going to do for them. But blacks live in a fantasy land where they've got this huge stake in the country and the country needs them and all this dumb shit. But you're going to learn the hard way. Like I've been saying for years, you're on borrowed time, and if they want it, flick of a switch, you're gone. Done. Physically done. And I'm going to tell you with the Donald Trump thing, all these black dudes that are black conservatives, nothing's going to happen to the Browns. I promise you nothing's going to happen to the Browns. The white supremacist oligarchs make too much money from all these people sending that money home. Those remittance fees bring in millions, billions. Remittance fees bring in billions. Plus, there's the cheap labor. On top of the cheap labor, they just would rather hire them than to hire you. There's that. There's that. So yeah, I promise you, it'll just be like last time Trump was in office. He went after the immigrants. On the TV, everybody got hyped, and then he passed DED. Deferred exportation, or whatever the fuck you call it. He passed DED, and they stayed, and then more came. The Hondurans came. It was the Hondurans because America put the dictator in Honduras, and he was in the country with the shit. So they all started coming here, the caravans, and they're still coming. And they let them in. Then they put more dumbass sanctions on Venezuela. If they want to end the Venezuelan crisis, you drop the sanctions. That shit ends overnight. It ends overnight. You give them their money back, you end the sanctions, and you let them do what they want to. Because when Hugo Chavez ran the country, and Maduro, before they put the sanctions, they were doing great. They were doing great. Nobody can say they weren't. They were doing fine. But they pissed off the oligarchy because they nationalized the oil, and that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Because America would love nothing more than to go down there and do what they did in Iraq. And I can't believe I got fucking suspended off of Instagram for saying this. But basically, in Iraq, the white supremacist oligarchs signed these exclusive contracts with their corporations. They forced these people to sign these exclusive contracts so that only they could get the oil, and they could get it at a super low price that doesn't benefit the Iraqi people at all. And if they violate these terms, they're going to get fucked up. So it's basically strong arming them into getting oil for pennies on the dollar for the West. That's all it was. That's what it was. It was about the oil. But if you look at the paper, that was, the oil's nationalized. The oil's nationalized. The Iraqis have the oil, And so when you bring that up, they go, "Oh man, this is hate speech, or this is spam." Yeah. But so at the end of the day, it's all about control. These are all various control mechanisms. Having niggas out here simping to chicks for sex by listening to people that are literally agents trying to make money. Like I said, if you want to actually get laid, go watch Tay Social, go watch Ron Wills, go watch Cousin Tito. Those guys will just tell you flat out how to get sex. Like Ron Wills made a video talking about this is for the wolves and this is for guys who already get laid. No, fuck that. Just listen to all his videos. You could be a fucking dork and you can use his shit and you will get laid. 100% you will get laid. You don't have to style Max and fucking game changer bullshit. No, listen, we'll go through Ron Wills' entire catalog and look at those videos. He titles them really plain and listen to the fucking shit he's saying. And if you have balls and you use that shit that he's saying, you will 100% get laid. 100%. Because that's all you really want anyway. You want to get laid. Stop fucking lying. Stop lying to yourselves. Now, you do have some bitch ass niggas out here who really just want to have a girl and have a companion and want to hang out and understand and we're friends and she's my best friend and we can go to the park and hold hands and all that shit and everything. I showed up and we have 15 minutes of whack ass sex and hug and talk. As soon as she meets a man who's really masculine and he knows how to talk, and when I say know how to talk, they know how to make a woman just laugh. They know how to piss her off. They know how to get her hot. They know how to touch her. They know how to say some shit. So she's like, what, excuse me, what the fuck, who are you talking to? And then they get up on her on some low-key RP type shit. But it's not actually art, but it's some sexual Clark Glassman type shit, but it's not. And they do it the right way. She gets milky moist, and she'll do whatever he says. Once he has, he'll act like he's gonna do it. She's ready to go. She's ready to drop them drawers and suck some balls. The guy just pulls back and just doesn't do shit. He just gets it to the point where he knows she's about to go all the way. He goes, you know what, I don't even want it. And then she throws it at him. She launches it at him. He goes, you know what, I'll give it to you. And then he does it. He takes it. And he takes it the way you're supposed to take it. He opens her up the way she's never been opened up. You know, the spasms and having her do all kind of freaky shit like licking butthole and all that. And then taking it down her throat. And bending over tables and doing it on the floor and all that shit. She's gone. She's gone at that point. And you'll have no idea. Because you give her the attention she wants, and he gives her everything she wants. And she'll know when you come home. You know, he'll hit her up. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Yeah, but so-and-so's here. Bitch-ass nigga's here, and bitch-ass nigga's about to whoop you. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the store. It's gonna take like 15 minutes. I just need a quickie anyway. I'm gonna be parked outside up on Deuce 8 in South Jackson. You come through. We're gonna park in the park over there by the White House. And I'm gonna clap that ass in the car. Boom. She comes in, does it. Takes 15 minutes to get to Deuce 8. She gets in the car, she rides it. You pop in her ovaries. She pulls it off, she sucks it clean. She goes back to you 15 minutes. You have no idea. She goes to the store and Deuce 8 and gets some chicken wings, gives them to you. I bought these for you, honey. I love you. Meanwhile, she just got piped off in a fucking Buick. Shit's real. This is how we used to do. So I know this shit. I know how this shit works. I ain't lying about none of this shit. You guys need to stop letting these agent ass niggas about this Derek Jackson bullshit. These chicks are full of shit and they're using you simp ass niggas, you trick ass niggas for money.